And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and movie review for the brand new Spider-Less film Kraven the Hunter, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson, Russell Crowe, and Ariane DeBose. How I butcher her name, apologize. So yeah, this is the brand new Marvel Spider-Less film. We've had 3 this year. We've had Kravin, obviously, which I'm about to talk about. We've had Venom, I actually thought was okay. And, Madam Web, good moments, but a lot of people don't like that movie. I thought it was fine, whatever. So, new movie, let's talk about it. Okay, so what exactly is Kraven the Hunter? Kraven the Hunter is literally one of Spider-Man's colorful characters. He has very, very obsessive issue of he wants to capture Spider-Man. He wants to hang him on his mantle and all that. We all know that stuff. But since there is no Spider-Man here, who is he in this movie? Well, Kraven the Hunter is Sergei Kravinoff, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. His father is Russell Crowe, who's a big game hunter. He wants his boys to be hunters just like him, be strong men. They're Russian, so, there's that. And, Kraven's brother gets kidnapped by the Russian mob, and he has to pretty much be Rambo with superpowers and try to rescue him. And that is basically the legit of what this movie is, without actually trying to spoil anything, if you guys care. But I'm not going to spoil it anyway, just in case you guys actually do care. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought this movie was pretty cool. There were some moments in here that I really liked, but there was also moments in here that does not work, and let's talk about it. First of all, Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven, way better than him as Quicksilver. God, I hate him as Quicksilver. Please don't ever bring him back as Quicksilver. Let him stay dead in the MCU, please. That was the most horrible Quicksilver in the history of Quicksilver. Anyway, I thought he did a really good job being Kraven. Obviously, he's not really the real Kraven because he's not fighting Spider-Man. But, he's supposed to be a myth, a legend. Everybody fears him because he has this, big list. He goes after people that he has on his list, and he does it quick because he has these powers. And, I thought all that stuff was really, really cool. I thought the action scenes here were pretty cool. There were some shots that they could have fixed or chopped up a little bit more better, but overall I thought the fight scenes were pretty cool in here. Kind of had a John Wick-esque kind of vibe to it. If John Wick kind of had an affair with Rambo, and we have Kraven now, so I thought that stuff was pretty cool. Ariane DeBose, I probably butchered her name again, apologize. She plays Calypso, and in the comics Calypso is Kraven's love interest. She's the one who gives him the potion to become Kraven, gives him the super strength and all that stuff. That's what I remember from the cartoon show. Actually, she's supposed to be Dr. Mariah Crawford, and Calypso's supposed to be his nickname for her, so kind of changed it, fine. At least they kind of kept the origin of how he becomes Kraven with a little twist to it, and I thought the little twist was fine. Kind of made sense. He gets injured, he needs the thing to become who he is, so that was cool. They also gave him some new, it looks like they gave him some new powers, which was pretty cool to see. They kind of teased a lot of the honestly, I kind of wish Sony's Spider-Man less movies were stopped doing this. Yes, I get it. They're Spider-Man villains, but you should really take a page of what the Penguin just did in the DC, in Matt Reeves' Batman universe. Make these characters their own and stop, trying to force the heroes when the heroes are not going to be in it, because it does not work. And there's moments in here that I'm like, okay, I get it. He's a Spider-Man villain. Stop giving us Spider-Man references in here, please. There were 2 or 3 things in here besides the Rhino that's okay, I get it. We're gonna see these Spider-Man villains eventually. We get it. They will exist in Spider-Man's world. Spider-Man does not exist in these worlds, so stop doing that, please. Anyway, so there's my little rant for that, because honestly, that kind of drives me nuts. Let's talk about the Rhino. I thought the Rhino the concept of him being, an actual rhino, being who he is. He's a mobster, like he's supposed to be, but for the Russian mob. And he looks like a rhino. And I thought that stuff was cool. And the CG was a little wonky, I'll give it that. There were some shot angles that kind of felt like, man, they really should have touched it up a little bit. I get the budget was kind of not as best. It was big budget, but it wasn't as super big as like maybe other projects that they had done. They could have cleaned it up a little bit, but overall, I thought the rhino part was fun just to see, because it was way better than what Paul Giamatti got to do. So at least that. Russell Crowe was just being Russell Crowe, just having fun. Russell Crowe is at the point of his career that he can be anybody and do stupid characters and just be like, whatever, just a paycheck, whatever. He did the same thing in Marvel, being, Zeus. You need to shut up. You need to shut up. I mean, that was fun. Sure, I can't wait to see him what he does with Hercules, if we ever get those characters again. But seriously, come on, him as Zeus didn't really strike fear to Thor. So him playing a fake Russian, yeah, it didn't work. I don't know. Maybe he really is Russian in real life. I really just don't know. I'm just saying, kind of didn't really work as a Russian character. Physically, he did. Physically, he looked like a real Russian mob, so that made sense. But yeah, honestly, like I said, I really thought this movie was just, if I'm watching this movie as just a standalone film that had nothing to do with Spider-Man or anything, this movie's fun. Cool action scenes, a cool character, just kicking butt, kicking names, and wrecking fools. And I thought that was cool. As a Spider-Man-less character movie, I'm not blaming Aaron Taylor-Johnson. I thought he did a really good job as Kraven. I believe that he could be Kraven. If you want to bring him into the MCU as Kraven, even though they really can't, unless Sony says so, yes, keep him as Kraven, but change just a couple of things here and there to make him feel like a real character to fight Spider-Man. Yes, he can do it. This movie, not so much. But like I said, if it's just a standalone film where some guy gets some powers because he's a hunter and he gets the power to get revenge on people and he calls himself Kraven, yeah, it was cool. So, whatever. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Like I said before, I have my issues, but, whatever. So I really, it's not my favorite out of all the, non-Spider-Man movies. My favorite still belongs to Morbius. I don't care what people say. I love that movie. That movie was awesome. And Kraven right now is number 2, followed by the Venom movies. I count all 3 of them as 1. And they're all great. And Madam Web can stay in the corner somewhere. So, overall, it was fine. I had a good time. And that's what's most important. If you go to the movie and you want to watch this movie and you actually like it, awesome. Don't let anybody judge you for actually liking it. If you hate it just like everybody else is hating it, cool. No big deal. You can hate it. I liked it. I had fun with it. I probably won't watch it again, but, what can you do? But, we're going to have to wait till the next one. And yes, there will be more. Those rumors are not true. Spider-Man, Sony is not done making these non-Spider-Man movies. They have to make them, otherwise they'll lose the rights to Spider-Man. And we all know that they're not going to do that. They like their deal with Marvel, having Spider-Man play in their playground, while they get to play with the other guys. So let them do their thing. They're going to be focusing on the Spider-Man Noir show, obviously, and Spider-Man 4 right now, and into the Spider-Verse 3. So let them work on that, then we'll get new standalone movies. Maybe a Hammerhead movie will be kind of cool to see. But we have to wait and see. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Are you guys looking forward to seeing Kraven? Don't care. Gave up on these Spider-Man movies. You want Spider-Man to go back to Marvel? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much. And have a good night.